Guys, I'm actually in shock. Yesterday, OpenAI announced Sora, their text to video generative AI, and honestly, it's mind blowing. They've also announced that ChatGPT is getting memory. There's been rumors about some OpenAI Auto-agents. We'll get into all that, but let's dive right into Sora because honestly, it's amazing. And we've seen a lot of generative AIs that do video in the past. Like Runway's been doing this for a while. Leonardo's got a pretty decent generative AI for video. And there's a few more, but this is OpenAI's first video model, and it is so good. Probably the best by far. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look. Let's get this pulled up. All right, so I've got OpenAI's Sora webpage pulled up here. And as you can see by the video it's showing here, it's a lot of just paper airplanes flying through the forest. What's cool about this, if you were to go watch something like Runway or even Leonardo, the way there's so many paper airplanes here, these would be constantly shifting shapes and just doing weird distorted things in a lot of the other image generators. So the fact that this is so consistent and it looks really good. Let's take a look at a few more examples. This is amazing. From the reflections on the ground to the way people are walking, the building, the lights, everything's really good and smooth. If you look closely, there is some weirdness going around at the top of her head here, almost like a white blur. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but this is really good. This is so impressive. The fact that AI made this is just, it's kind of scary. This is another really good one. I was looking at this one last night and man, this looks so good. Let's see if we can go back and try to take a closer look at some of the things that are going on here. So we got some people riding some horses. This right here, I can't tell what is going on there. But even the color on this, the color, the way the camera looks, everything looks so good. Keep playing this. Yeah, just the way the camera moves, there's so much movement going on. You've got like these horses walking around, the camera's panning, you've got people doing things over here. It's generating buildings off in the side and the background. This is amazing. Ah, that's so crazy. All right, next. Okay, here's a good one. Nothing about this screams AI video to me. This looks like this could have been recorded with a drone or something following behind this vehicle. It looks so good. And it does actually show the prompts here. So let's go back to this one. Historical footage of California during the gold rush. So this is basically like a Deadwood. And that's actually the vibe I got when I looked at this last night too, was Deadwood vibes. Camera follows behind a white vintage SUV with a black roof rack as he speeds. Yeah. Okay. Tour of an art gallery with many beautiful works of art in different styles. Nailed it. That is so impressive. So there are some wonky things. Here we go. Step sprinting of a person running cinematic film shot. So yeah, much like the responses you get from Dolly or ChatGPT, sometimes you get weird things, right? And this is a weird thing. This is an AI generated video of a man running on a treadmill, but he's running backwards on the treadmill, which, I mean, I've seen people do that. I went to the gym with my father in law and he was running backwards on the treadmill. Thought it was super weird, but all right, here we go. Dalmatian looking through a window, just climbing from window to window like a cat. So let's take a look at a couple of these. This is a Bling Zoo. Welcome to Bling Zoo. Okay. So Yeah, yeah, okay. This he's just laying there with is that is he made of diamonds on his legs? He's just eating necklaces. That's funny. This one's pretty good. It's just a bunch of animals riding bicycles weirdly. The fact that this is possible is awesome. Now it's super weird. It's super weird, but I think that's what I like about it. It's different and it's fun, and it also the possibilities. This is generation one. This is the first time we've seen video generation from OpenAI. If this is what Model One looks like, imagine a year from now, 2 years from now. It's going to be crazy. And this is doing 60-second videos. So with something like Runway, I think you get 4 seconds at a time, and you can keep adding on to that to make longer things. But even then, like you're not getting this. Okay, here'll be an interesting one. Homemade cooking session. I want to watch the hands. Hands typically do some weird things. Nothing too crazy, but like where did the spoon go? Either way, that's like super impressive. Two golden retrievers podcasting on top of a mountain. That's awesome. That's kind of what they're doing, I guess. Futuristic drone race at sunset on the planet Mars. That is so cool. A half duck, half dragon flies through a beautiful sunset with a hamster dressed in adventure gear on his back. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This is like futuristic city. You notice how quickly the camera's going. But there's people walking. There's scenery off to the sides. This is another take of the dragon duck. He's like backwards here. I don't know how he actually. That was weird. A wizard. Okay, so the lightning looks kind of weird coming out of his hands, but overall that's like a pretty cool rendered scene. So what do you guys think? That's I was blown away by this when I saw it yesterday. And as someone who's played with a lot of different AI tools, a lot of generative video tools, we've not seen anything this good yet. And like I mentioned earlier, this is generation one. This is the worst this tech is ever going to be for OpenAI. Um, what that means for the future of video, for the future of content creators, we don't know yet, but it's interesting and it's exciting. Man, OpenAI is just on it lately. So in addition to Sora, they've also announced that ChatGPT is getting memory. It can remember parts of previous conversations. So let's take a look at how that looks on their website. So I've got their website pulled up now, and it's sort of showing. If we look here, it's showing managed memory, and you can tell it's got a lot of different things here. It has a 2-year-old daughter named Lena. Daughter loves jellyfish. It's got loves to travel. Interested in traveling to Mexico for April vacation. So let's go down and look at what this actually looks like in the UI. So basically personalization, and then you've got the custom instructions that we've been able to do for a while now, but now you can turn on memory. If we hit manage here, you can see the different things. I'm curious though. Okay, so there is an option for temporary chat if you don't want it to remember anything. I'm honestly curious how much it remembers from your previous conversations. Like, is it only picking out key points? Does it remember sort of everything? Now, as of this morning, I don't have access to this yet. It seems like I'm one of the last groups of people to get access to anything OpenAI does. So I'm still waiting for that so that I can get a chance to play with it. But this is like super exciting. And honestly, OpenAI has sort of been on top of a lot of different things lately. When I started using OpenAI and ChatGPT last year, it was ChatGPT 3.5, and that was really it. Since then, we've gotten GPT-4, which is a major upgrade. We've gotten GPT Vision, so you can upload images and take images, and it can discuss the images with you and break things down. Like, for example, I took a picture of a leak inside my freezer, and it's like, hey, what's going on with this? And it's like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how you fix it. That sort of was a big step up from just the text based things that we had with ChatGPT before. And then on top of that, we got Bing search, which doesn't even seem like a big deal anymore because so many AIs can search the web. But at the time, it was sort of a big deal. And then we got plugins where there was a ton of different third party plugins that you could use. We got custom GPTs, which was just awesome. We got the personalization where you could feed it information about you so it knew things about you, but it wasn't necessarily remembering parts of your conversation like it is now. So all of that's been huge. And then we got Dolly. Dolly was rolled into that too. I completely forgot about that. OpenAI is becoming the best all around AI. If Sora gets rolled into the GPT Plus subscription and you'll be able to generate those videos within ChatGPT, that's going to be so cool. It's literally going to be the best AI tool, like the really the only one. And I've obviously used them all. I've been using Gemini Pro, I've been using Grok, I've been using Perplexity, I've been using Claude. I use all of them. ChatGPT is sort of still my go-to for a lot of different things, even if it's not my daily driver AI anymore. But let's talk about auto agents. There's been rumors that OpenAI is putting together auto agents for ChatGPT. Now, if you're not familiar with auto agents, the best example of that is is an open source project called AutoGPT. And when this came out, I was super into it. I downloaded it and I was running it. You can basically say, I want you to build me an e commerce business. And what it'll do is it'll go out online and it'll consult and make a bunch of other agents that it can talk to, and it'll kind of discuss the best way to handle things. It'll write code for you, it'll save all that on your computer. It can build Python, it can do a lot of different things automatically, and it'll keep running. You don't have to keep reprompting it. That's what's cool about it. You can say, hey, build this project and then come back to it, 6 hours later, and hopefully it's done. Now, I've had a lot of issues where things timed out or things didn't work correctly, so I really stopped using it. And you also have to link your OpenAI API key, so it does get expensive to run that all the time. So we'll see what ChatGPT's version of that looks like. But ideally, if I could have a ChatGPT agent running on my PC and I could say, hey, send an email to this person, let them know this, or hey, I need PowerShell scripts that'll handle all of these things. Build all these for me. I got to run to the store. Come back later and it's all done. That's the kind of thing I want from Auto GPT agents from ChatGPT. I want them to be able to handle tasks on my computer. Now, I don't know that I'll necessarily give it full access to my computer just yet, but I'll probably set up a virtual environment where I can at least test that and play around with it. But man, it's exciting. It's an exciting time in the AI space right now. With Gemini Pro, is just notches above anything Google's done in the past. Perplexity AI is such a great tool, and it's only getting better. We've got the Rabbit R1 coming out next month. I think they'll start shipping. Humane Pen, I believe those are coming soon too. This is really exciting time for AI, and we're only in February of 2024. 2024 is going to be absolutely insane for AI models. It's going to be crazy. I think this year we're going to start to see it not necessarily shift in a big way. I think we're going to see a lot of improvement on top of what we've already gotten, but I think we're going to start to see a lot of businesses really start to incorporate AI into it. And now that we've got things where we can do video, images, auto agents, it can write code, it can make images, it can build PowerPoints, it can make video, it can write scripts, it can send emails. This is February. I'm excited. I'd love to hear what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.